First and foremost, why I titled this one Tears of Sadness. Got a really nice surprise visit from a couple of friends yesterday that I hadn't seen in a while. And one of them hurt the other pretty badly last summer. They are a gay male couple that are good friends of mine, or at least one of them is. I'm not sure about the other one because he just scares me sometimes. Anyway, trying to be the better person, trying to rise above, forgive, forget, let it go. And at some point in the future, one of our gatherings, just simply ask Will, don't hurt him again. Because I'm afraid the next time you might kill him. And then I'll have to go to my friend's funeral. And with the coronavirus flying around and scaring the crap out of everybody every day and taking more and more lives, or so it seems, every day. And it's made everybody overly paranoid and cautious. We were having a great time downstairs, just laughing and enjoying ourselves and trying to keep it down to, out of respect for the neighbors that were probably sleeping. I really didn't want Will here. So if he ever sees this, just know that I'm sorry, man, but I don't fully trust you, and I will never trust you again. Because you really hurt my friend the last time and put him in the hospital and shattered an eye socket, and you proceed to tell me last night that he deserved it. Whatever he did, I don't think it was so bad that he deserved to be beaten within an inch of his life. And if it wouldn't have been for somebody that was there that pulled Will off of my friend, he might not be here today. So I can only say this: you've got to get a handle on your temper, Will, because it's an awfully lonely world, and you can go around and you can mess up demons all day long, but sooner or later, they're going to get their revenge on you if they haven't already. It's like, I want to believe in you again. I want to trust in you again. I hope that you guys do better this time and that you don't hurt each other. Anyway, we were having a good time. We came upstairs because they were really hungry. They're pretty much homeless right now, staying with friends here and there, and that's about it. And they asked me to drop them by the river last night. So they probably had to sleep under a bridge, with no blankets, not even so much as a pillow to lay their heads on. And my one friend said something about, we'll walk home from there because they live in an area where, it's pretty accessible to the river. So I guess I could see where, that wouldn't be that far of a walk for them. And they can't even stay together right now. They have to stay in separate places because I believe Will said something about going and sleeping in his sister's car. And then Jay could sleep at his friends or something. And I'm only naming first names. I'm not naming last names. If I did in the past, I apologize. And I'm not doing this against anybody. I'm doing it because I don't want to see it happen again. I don't want to see Jay hurt again, or worse, like I said, killed. Because, his temper is just too volatile. It's too full of anger and rage and abuse, verbal abuse. You don't tell someone you love them and then verbally abuse them all day. That is not love. So we were sitting here. They were munching on some stuff, that we had that needed to get eaten anyway, because we end up with a lot of leftovers and stuff a lot of times, and a lot of them goes to waste. And more than a time or two, Chris has saw fit to mention to people like my daughter and my son and who knows who else that he made me feel like I'm purposely trying to get the coronavirus to give it to him because it would kill him. And as easy and as tempting as that would be, I don't want to be held responsible for causing his death. But at the same time, I don't need ridicule and judgment and criticism and stuff from him, coming down into the basement last night because I didn't even want to come upstairs. He just put on his shoes, put on his jacket, and left. He didn't say nothing to nobody. He just left. And I think Will made some kind of joke about having corona or something, and laughing about it and shit because, Will is Will. He has his own, personality and characteristics and ways of doing things, and I can only hope that he will seek to improve himself. So anyway, Chris comes down there and proceeds to give me the third degree about how stupid and irresponsible I'm being in so many words for having my friends over and everybody not sitting down there wearing masks and gloves and staying 6 feet away from each other, and once again deeply hurting me like he's all too common to know to do. He does it too much. And I'm tired of the verbal abuse. I'm tired of the communication barrier that he makes no effort to break through it. And I feel like I'm the only one that's trying. Hey, Grace. Sorry, sweetie. It took me so long to realize that you were even watching. But you've been watching me so far, so you can tell that I'm probably about ready to cry because Chris is doing it again. He's hurting me again, and I don't think it's very nice. I've got my own stuff that I'm trying to deal with, that I'm trying to get through, and I just don't want to be around him anymore. And I feel trapped, and I wish I had my own place to go to. Because I've put up this for 12 years and I just can't do it anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm never going to be good enough for him. I'm never going to live up to his expectations of me. Continue to be his punching bag. Continue to be fucking, you might as well say, struck several times a day with his harsh words and his just outright meanness. That he would think that I would do something so cruel as to purposely get infected with corona so that I could give it to him so it would kill him. That's not love. That's not love. You don't think that I'm not purposely not talking to you or anything. I was having such a good day yesterday until he did that. And I think that it was well deserved and well earned. And I can't even have a good day with my friends without getting the third degree from him. And he says things to me last night like, he has asked my daughter and my son not to get on my case about my irresponsibility and my recklessness or whatever he seems to be thinking, that because my faith is strong and I know that none of us are going to get it, I'm being ridiculed for it. So he's basically, I feel like he's ridiculing and criticizing and judging me for being a witch, for being myself. I kept the visit down in the basement so he wouldn't have to deal with them, so he wouldn't have to be around Will, because he's not any more trusting of Will, and even less so than me. Got my stimulus check, and normally that would be a happy occasion. And I just realized how dark it is, so let me turn some light on. Let's see if it's a little better. I guess I was mostly sitting in the dark because I didn't want everybody to see just how much of a emotional mess I am right now because of Chris and his onslaught last night. But he tells me, he said, I've asked our son and daughter to not get on your case about like I said, he might as well just come out and say my irresponsibility and my recklessness and my disregard for anyone else, like I'm some worthless piece of shit that should be thrown under the jail somewhere. And why did it freeze up? I don't know what's up with this thing, guys, but it's glitching on me. So sorry about that for anything that you didn't get. But sorry that my appearance is so haggard. I mean, I look like I haven't slept all night, and my hair's a tangled mess, and I'm trying to find the good in this day, and somehow I just can't seem to stop crying long enough to see anything good in this day. But yeah, keep looking out the window because I don't know how soon before he gets back, because he went to the Lowe's to get some stuff, and this was the only opportunity that I felt I was going to have to be able to get some of this hurt out and try to rise above it, and get on with my day. And but this is what me looking like this, where it appears like I don't care about my appearance. I'm sitting here in my nightgown and keep looking out the window like, I'm afraid somebody's about to shoot me. No, Chris did that pretty good last night with his words. I went downstairs to my sister's and talked to her for a few minutes and cried down there too. Because it was uncalled for what he did, and I'm tired of not getting any recognition. I'm tired of not getting any acknowledgement. I'm tired of not getting any support. That all I get is the third degree because everything I try is dumb and stupid to make money, and because I don't do a crap ton of research on it and do what he would do and how he would do things, then I'm some freaking idiot child that doesn't deserve to live. That's how he makes me feel. And when he pays me back for all the cigarettes and stuff that I buy him, he's not paying me back because he's just going to ask for the money again when he runs out of money again and he needs his bloody, stupid, flipping cigarettes. So I'm supporting his habit. I'm paying $465 in rent. I'm paying $20 towards my cosmetology because that's all I can afford. My son's expecting me to crank out $400 to get him some magic cards so he's got income inside Marion. And I owe a friend some $600 that this is my only chance to pay that back. And I don't know how much of it is going to be left by the time I do everything that's expected of me. So I thought, you know what? Forget it. Fudge it. I'm going to get me some nice things because Chris is never going to. He's never going to get me anything. This little mini laptop, I bought this myself. I bought this with my money. And the main reason why I wanted a laptop mini is because, if anything, he owes me the $190 some that I paid for this one, because he cost me a $212 unit a couple years ago. And I don't even need to recap on the reasons why that is, do I? Because of the child porn crap. I was going to try to live stream downstairs. I was hoping that with the laptop mini that I would actually finally be able to pull it off, but the signal down there is just not strong enough. I would love to be able to share with, any of my true supporters, like my daughter Grace here, which is the only one on here right now with me. I'm thankful and appreciative of that. I mean, just because her and Michael are no more doesn't mean that she's not still my daughter. I'm not going to abandon her, because I know what that feels like, because it's been done to me enough. So I'm not looking forward to this day. I'm trying to. But honestly, I wish I could just drive up to Ravenwood Castle and just be gone for a week. And him not be able to come up there and bother me up there, so at least I can finally have some peace. Because he's even ruined my downstairs sanctuary that I bust my butt every day to keep good energy in there, and then he comes down spewing his negative crap on me. And I mean, he may as well just walk up and say, "You stupid, female dog, you're going to cause me to get corona. You're going to be the cause of my death, because you're not allowed to have a social circle. You're not allowed to have people sitting around unless they're wearing masks and gloves. It's not like you're going to come downstairs and join in any of the socializing, because no, you don't like that, because you're social freaking anxiety. You're introvert. You're constantly throwing it out there and making it like it's some flippin' joke that it's not, that I don't think is funny at all. About every surface in our house is covered and blah, blah, blah. And, he's a minimalist. I'm not. I don't even get the recognition and acknowledgement that I keep his side of the flippin' coffee table cleared off. That means nothing. But he can make jokes about stuff that I don't think is funny at all. And he's trying to make light of the situation, and all he's doing is making me feel worse. So I'm stuck in a toxic situation I don't have the finances to get out of, and probably never will. And he's so sure that he's going to die first. Well, I'm not so sure, because the way he keeps pushing me, I'm surprised I'm not dead yet. He expects too much. He demands too much. He treats me like some idiot child that doesn't deserve to live. I'm not allowed to have a social life. I'm not allowed to, in my own way, try to cope with the whole scary corona thing flying around that everybody's terrified to even leave their homes anymore. But I don't have the financial backing, and I don't think that I ever will, to strike out on my own and finally totally be free of him at last, and just no more relationships for me, because I'm done with this crap. Because all it means for me is more pain, more heartache, more loss, more suffering, more, being somebody else's punching bag that I'm supposed to believe loves me and would do anything for me and would, give me the shirt off his back. Yeah, but he can't quit his cigarettes. I am expected to keep supporting his habit. He thinks that he's doing right by paying me back, but he's not really paying me back, because he's just going to ask for the money again when he runs out again. This is my life, and I'm not okay with it. Anything I do, I have to do in secret and hope the heck that Chris never finds out, but he usually does, because I know I'm just going to get more ridicule, more criticism, more judgmentalism, more, of his, abuse. Verbal, emotional, and spiritual abuse. I work really hard to provide a safe place for the handful of us that don't have corona around here. I try to keep the energy light and full of love. Soap in my ear. Sorry, itching me. I know this is a little, probably some people may think it's crude and gross, but I'm not trying to be crude and gross. So I don't know what to do. And I know anybody that sees this video is going to be like, well, you dumbass, just get out. Well, if only it was that easy. But in this situation, it's not. I live in a bad area. I only have $783 a month to live on, to pay rent, to pay bills. And, I think my food stamps are finally sorted back out to where at least those are right again. And those are working. And I guess the state hearing wasn't necessary because the situation was resolved. But on a lighter note, kind of, or at least my attempt at one, finally got my, you're not going to be able to see it, but this is my silver Gouzion pendant. So if you ever see this video, Brooke, thanks again for inspiring and encouraging me to get a hold of Gouzion and work with him and continue to try and find the balance within myself of the dark and the light. To have my own niche in life that can make me the kind of money that you need to live, at least even comfortably. And on a lighter note also, I don't know how soon we're going to be able to pull this off because it's probably going to be a day trip. I don't know if we would be able to get away with spending the night there because we'd have to sleep in the car. And I don't want to worry about the cops showing up and carting us off to jail because we're suddenly doing something wrong because we're at Moonville Tunnel at night and we're idiots for doing so. They want to go with me to Moonville Tunnel still. And any of you that has seen my videos before now, or my vlogs, that I have always wanted that to be my first paranormal investigation anyway, actual outside of my apartment in the field. And it was a big deal because, it's Ravenwood Castle. It's 30 minutes away from Ravenwood Castle. And I'm going to be booking a room there, hopefully, sometime in the next month or so, for me and my friend Norma. That is the one that I owe the $600 because I had to use the money to live on, and I can't bring myself to say anything to her. So I'm just trying to do the right thing and keep my word by using what's left of my stimulus money. After I pay the rent and all the other bills are paid, then hopefully it'll still be enough to not only pay back the $600 by just paying for everything, pay for the booking of the trip, which I did that a couple days ago. I tried to get it for the 29th and the 30th of April, but a couple weeks ago I talked to somebody from Ravenwood and they said they probably wouldn't open until May 1st. That's their on season. With the corona stuff going on, they are a bed and breakfast. They do have a lot of people in and out of there, a lot of interaction. So yeah, people, how many of those people are gonna submit themselves to protocol and wear masks and gloves the entire time they're there, because everybody is just so terrified and paranoid that they're going to get this corona crap. So when we go, I'm going to try to do it during a time when I can get it'll be my first YouTube style, video camera, that I'll be able to start going places around here, because there are some haunted places I would love to investigate. But the main thing that's going to stop me and hold me back from even doing any of those, minus Moonville Tunnel, which shouldn't cost anything to go do that, because it's not inside an establishment. It's not inside the old ruins of what used to be a military base on Cleveland Avenue, which is like maybe 20, 30 minutes away from here driving. And those buildings are all boarded up and nobody's doing anything with those. And it's kind of out of place because it's in the middle of the city. It's in the middle of downtown, in my opinion. And so it just seems so out of place that a military base would be at a location like that. But I would like to investigate some of the buildings, just to see if anything, if I do get any activity. I got the Necrophonic app. I have one other ghost app that Chris found me, that the one he found me was free. And, because pretty much all of the paranormal investigates that I watch, they use the Necrophonic app. And I haven't had much success with it, but it could be that I don't know what to listen for. I don't hear a lot of the things that others might hear. But I would like to do a daytime investigation of Moonville, and I would also like to do a nighttime investigation, live streaming the entire time. Take a few hours break, obviously, to like eat and kind of, hang out and chillax. And because the road running through the tunnel is not, it's not blocked off. I mean, I'm sure it's blocked off at a certain point, because you're not, but I don't see, my point being, depending on where we park, I mean, I don't see where there would be an issue of us sitting right outside the tunnel or right at the edge of the tunnel, and sit in our chairs and just hang out, and then at night, go back and do a paranormal investigation at night. And let's see, there's this one place that I looked up one time that was places around here that are haunted. And it's an accessible one, but I'm trying to think of where this place is. And oh, you found one? Found a spot that you think will work? About the size that you're wanting? I just hope that the grass seed, or that it does, grow for us and stuff. Chris just got back. He found a flower pot, and he was looking for a certain size and a certain style to grow some cat grass.
Not quite the size of one, yeah.
But we've been wanting to grow some cat grass. Oh, did you find some heirlooms? Red beefsteaks. Oh,
Heirloom,
okay.
which means these are more like the original, which is
That you really like.
rather than a lot of the hybrids they've got now. Got two. I got
Ow.
growing cages for them. They're sitting in the back seat of the car.
Hang on, I got a message from a friend. Let me see what they're.
So take it, you got it working.
Yeah, finally, at least I'm doing my first live stream on my mini laptop. Let's see. Hi, how are you? I've got a question.
$42.
Hang on, I gotta text my friend. She's needing some help with something, so. Hang on, I'm trying to text. Sorry. This is kind of a long one. I don't mean it to be so long. Oh, wow. That's got some pretty colors in it. I really like that. I really like it.
I wanted more like about this high, but about this wide.
I'm sorry.
All they had was
That's
plastic
still,
bullshit.
that's far prettier.
Yeah,
I mean, it's worth, wow.
Yeah, I like it. It'll work. It's just like
Yeah.
room to set that bird in there with it. Just
I
set the
gotta
bird kind of to the
set my
side or
phone up
something.
on my little organizer thing here, hopefully, so it don't fall over. And Chris also got some potting soil and he's putting it in the pot now so we can hopefully get some of this cat grass growing for our babies, because we've got 4 of them now, and 2 of them that we do allow to go outside sometimes. They're always going for the roughage grass and stuffs. And Moochie, our one female kitty, Moochie,
Here.
she smells the dirt.
Smell the bag.
She smells the dirt. There you go. Daddy opened the bag so you can sniff it if you want. But she just went under the coffee table. Sorry guys, but Grace, I'm not really typing a whole lot. No, the screen's jiggling around because of my typing. Oh no, did this thing freeze up again? Daggone it, I wish it would stop doing that. And here on the abundance altar, you want me to get it? I can get it. I'm just sitting here live streaming because I haven't in a while, and I feel all gross and stuff because I'm sitting here in my nightgown, and I just not having a good day. And unfortunately, I can't pause the live stream, so I guess everybody will just have to bear with me while I go throw some clothes on because I can't sit in my nightgown all day, even though I have many days.
Do some research on it, maybe. Maybe. Daddy will have some nice cat grass for you in here. Hopefully not too long from now. Daddy may take it and set it outside for it to start growing and then bring it in. Go ahead. Why not, baby? Okay, give me a hand. There, Jim. Hey. Okay. Jim just hung up on me. He seemed to hear me. Said, hey, Jim. He said, hello.
I don't know. Okay.
I think I'm gonna set that outside.
Come on.
Probably wait till tomorrow, but I'll set that outside till it starts growing and then bring it in.
Streamlabs is so much easier to use.
Frozen up again.
You'll still be going live on YouTube, but you'll be using Streamlabs software to do it rather than YouTube software.
Why is this frozen? Why does this keep doing this? Sorry, Grace, but the chat thing keeps freezing up, and I don't know why. Oh yeah, what an entertaining live stream. Watching me sit here and comb my freaking ratty butt hair. And it's probably really...
Hey. It's Chris. Could you let Jim know that we'll be coming over this afternoon around 5:30? Well, Michael wanted us to try to go together and do that Star City, the magic card thing he's wanting done. So I figured we'll just come over there and then, because I'm gonna put a little bit of money into it, Janet's going to, and I guess Jim said he was going to also, but I figured that way it'd be easier. We just place one order. We all combine our money. Yeah. Yeah.
So sorry for the boring, well, let's watch Janet brush her hair for 20 minutes.
If he needs a ride for parts and stuff, give us a holler. All right. Love it. Bye.
He might not, I don't know.
Maybe he didn't hear me.
He might not have.
Damn cheap Page Plus phone he's on.
Yeah, and he won't fucking change it.
Even though we told him where he could get a hell of a lot fucking better deal.
Better deal, and
Paid
I know.
about the same price he's paying now. Well, I don't need data. You don't get data if you go with the base plan.
Right.
And you can use your own old flip phone if you want, or you can get a new one.
Right.
The new ones don't cost much. Shit, your mom's was like $15.
And I hate to say this, but enjoy my long hair during this live stream, because the next time I'm on one, I'm probably going to have shorter hair. It's still going to be shoulder length, but it's just getting too long. It tangles way too easily. It's too thick. It gives me headaches.
Like your daughter, yours looks best if it's a little past the shoulders.
I'm going to have to do it myself, so I know it's going to be chippy choppy. And especially from the back.
Luigi, come here.
And yes, I mean, not that it's a kind of an irrelevant thing, but it means something. It means something to me. I'm My hair is clean, but even after brushing it, it still looks like crap. So
Come on down and say hi, Dad.
I decided to just go ahead and put on my hat. At least keeps my hair out of my face.
Yeah, let's go. You ain't said hi to Daddy all morning. And you're still not going to. You're going to say hi to Mommy.
Oh, baby. Well, what do you want me to do? Throw her?
That wasn't at you. That was at her. No brat. Who's the one who takes you outside, huh?
She can sense that I'm upset and that I'm having a bad day. Maybe she's just trying to be a comfort.
So am I. I'm just too tired to damn experience it. So it's kind of numb boy right now. Hey, Bella. Go tank again. Go smell like garbage again.
This is Moochie. She's trying to comfort Mommy because she can tell that I'm upset. She's even purring and stuff.
Well, she always goes. She's a purr baby.
Go see Daddy before he has a fit.
Hey, baby. You see Mommy too. Daddy just teasing you. But I know you're getting jealous because I'm touching Bella. See, she's gonna come back over to you now.
Hello.
No, you're not supposed to pay attention to her, Mommy. Pay attention to me.
You want to smell like dead, stinky, dirty, yucky stuff too? All you got to do is rub up against her. I will never understand that with cats. Why they like those stinky, crappy smells all the time.
Hold on. There.
That would make me gag and want to vomit.
Yeah. Your breath still needs a little bit more work, but it's a hell of a lot better than it was.
So sorry if this live stream's boring. Just muddling through.
Ah. Oh, my neck. Yes, baby. You better quit purring. People think you're enjoying yourself.
Had to check to make sure it didn't freeze up again.
That's most likely spectrum bullshit. Supposedly 400 meg connection, but most of the speed tests I do show it as only being about 120 if we're lucky. Yeah, we're still paying for 400.
But I need to look into those haunted places and see what I can find out about them.
What haunted places?
Well, it's not very likely I'm going to get to go to any of them. One of them I think is, I don't know if it's downtown somewhere or what, but I just put in Haunted Ohio one time and it brought up this one place I was trying to place where it is.
Server house?
I don't know. It looked like some kind of bar or something or restaurant or I don't know.
Oh.
And then there's
That one's not. That's the clock.
The abandoned military place on Cleveland. That's the buildings are all boarded up. Nobody seems to be even trying to do anything with that.
That's because it's closed down there. The school's using part of it. That's where the Fort Hayes.
Yeah, Fort Hayes.
Their arts focused high school is. It's
another
on the grounds there. It's still used. I think like 2 buildings are still used by National Guard for offices. And then there's the police use it for some of their quote SWAT training, tactical training stuff. Technically the place is off limits except for the school area, and the bus barn area. And then the bus barn area is only for bus barn employees and bus drivers.
Another place is the governor's mansion, but I imagine somebody's in that right now. But I don't know if our current governor is living there or not. But
No, that's Columbus League's in there.
whatever Columbus League is.
Hoity-toity thing.
But I've heard that there was, at least in history, recorded one significant death there of some black lady that was a slave and her hair got caught on fire and she was burnt to death, or I don't know if they suspected murder or not, and don't ask me how long ago, or I don't know. It was just bits and pieces of information I've been able to gather. Moonville Tunnel is the only actual one that I can see plausible doing, and Jay and Wells already said they want to do it with me, so might just go down on a day trip sometime just to investigate it and try to hang out and stuff until night and do a little bit at night and then call it a day and go home. And I want to be able to live stream for that because I wanted that to be my first official, that I can put on my YouTube channel here successfully, paranormal investigation.
Well, I'll have my good flash by then.
You don't even know when we're going. I don't even know when we're going. I mean, it's probably.
Yeah, my flash is supposed to be here at 5 to 7. And unfortunately, until we know for sure that he was basically bullshitting last night, we're not going to be around him for at least 2 weeks. Well, I'm not afraid to die. I don't want to die right now.
I don't either, and I'm not trying to purposely frickin' contract it to give it to somebody else.
I know, dear.
But you get so harsh on me, and
I was just trying to tell you how serious this is, that you
I know.
seem to be taking it that serious.
no, I don't take it serious in your opinion because I don't sit down there with a mask and gloves the entire time.
No, you don't. I don't see you taking it serious because of things like Jay and Will. Because you're wanting to run over and see other people that we normally don't see, that we're not around constantly. The people here in the building, that's a different story because, like I said, with this place not being cleaned and stuff by anybody, mainly because most of us living here don't have the money to afford to buy the shit that the fucking landlord should be providing for the public places. As a matter of fact, he should be providing someone to do the cleaning or paying one of us to do it. But he ain't going to do that fucking shit. But because of that, basically, if one of us in this building gets it, everyone's got it. With the exception of maybe Christy. Because she sticks totally by herself anyways. Matter of fact, I don't even think she's here right now. I think she's over at her mom's for the duration of this. But anyway. And I mean, like with Will and Jay. You're smoking with them. You were all smoking from the same pipe.
Well, you don't have to worry about them anymore because I won't fucking let them come back over.
For now, no.
No, period. Because I feel like if it's not this, it's going to be something else. That it's just going to cause us to end up fighting or arguing for some other reason. Most of the time,
Yeah, I never will
try
be
to just
happiest.
sit down.
I never
by
will be.
myself.
I never will be the happiest with Will being around. He's fucking abusive. He's a damn drama queen, which I cannot stand. I mean, Christ, he put Jay in the hospital. I don't think Jay's the brightest for getting back with him,
I don't either.
but Will's the one I don't like.
I don't
And I
either.
just named off the reasons.
I don't like those things either, but I view it as it was a one-time deal. They didn't even call me until they were at Franklin Park. So what am I supposed to do? Just tell them, oh, sorry, you can't come over. Just turn around and leave.
No, you could have said, we can hang out outside here for a little bit, but you can't stay long. And kept distance. That's the whole idea behind the orders for this shit, dear, from the medical experts. Keep your distance. Don't sit within 1 foot of the person, especially when they're sitting there coughing after saying they think they've got the virus. I mean, you know how that appears to other people, dear? That appears like you value your socializing out with people who are not doing the social distancing more than you care about me. Just think I'm dead. Because every time I try to tell you something you don't want to hear, you.
Welcome to my life. Which isn't a life at all, and it's never going to be. I keep letting everybody down and being some big major appointment, disappointment, or made to feel like I'm some stupid, irresponsible idiot child that don't know any better. Because my faith is strong, I just feel like I'm being ridiculed for it. I guess I should have just, when they showed up yesterday, I should have just got in the car and just left. So I wouldn't even be around. Go sit down by the river and hang out or something. But no, I'm the bad guy. I don't care about people. I'm just expected to do certain things or be a certain way or be some perfect person that I'm never going to be. almost cried myself to sleep last night because more deep wounds, more deep hurt, more slaps in the face, more being told a million times that I'm not taking things seriously. Can't say anything right, can't do anything right. Can't live up to everybody's expectations of me. Maybe when I'm sitting down in the basement one day, I'll just disappear and not be around anymore. And there won't be a problem. And I won't be anybody's problem anymore.
And dear, I'm not yelling at you. All I'm trying to do is trying to and that you'd be more than willing to if you actually did care something about me. Because it does. It looks like to other people you don't care.
And every time you bring this stuff up, how do you think it makes me feel? I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. I'm the one doing everything wrong.
You keep doing it. How many times have I had to bring it up and you're still doing it? What else am I supposed to do? It's either that or I just leave. There's nothing else left. Either keep bringing it up, hoping you'll finally do it, or work on it. But like I said, leave. That's it. That's the only options now. But I really don't want to. I was serious when we first got together when I told you. I won't leave you unless you tell me to. Unless you want me to. I do care. I know in your way you do too. It's just.
No, I don't, according to you.
No. Not according to me. According to what it looks like to others outside.
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying anything else.
I'm not meaning to upset you. I'm just at my wit's end.
You're not the only one.
You're not. You can make the changes. You can stop and think. Instead of just basically right in the moment what's going to make me happy.
You know, that's kind of
basically what you say to yourself. Instead of what are going to be the consequences of doing this? You just basically say, well, hey, it's going to make me happy right now. Let's do it. Sorry, I'm not the most sociable person like you are.
You're never going to be. And I always am going to be. And that's always going to be a problem because you make
No,
me
it's
feel
not.
like I'm not allowed to spend any time with my friends because of
No.
Corona or some other reason.
Bullshit. This is the only time I've complained about it.
Why do you think I kept everything down in the basement? I was trying my very hardest not to even bring them up here anywhere near you because I knew this was what was going to happen. And yet you expect me, you say that I don't care. Well, I do care because I was thinking about it, just not the way you would like me to, because I'm not you. And if I don't do it the way you want me to, the way you like me to, then I get the third degree. I get it from you. Alicia and Michael, I might as well, next time I talk to Michael, I might as well just say, go ahead, get it over with, because again, so you might as well do it. And then I'll call Alicia afterwards and she can do it. And then I'll just go away. I'll just go away and not come back.
Like you just now said, I have not yelled at you once. Yet, because I'm telling you something you don't want to hear, I'm going to try to lay down. I need fucking sleep. I'm just. I just can't seem to get across to you just how fucking serious this shit is for people in my health conditions. This is not the flu.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Right now, we've surpassed here in the United States the number of men that were killed during the Vietnam War have died, more than that number have died from this virus just since February. That war lasted through 6 presidents, almost 24 years, and it didn't kill as many people as this virus has so far. And they're talking the earliest they're going to have a vaccine is like September.
I have asked somebody that I love and care about, living or dead, human or non, to knock Michael, but I was able to thwart that. I was gonna, when they wanted to come upstairs because they were hungry, I didn't have anything to give them down there. I didn't even want to do that because that would involve them being around you. And
okay, an example here. If you just thought a little bit then, you could have come up, grabbed some stuff, and taken it back down to them.
But
that's the kind of stuff I'm trying to point out here. That's it. I'm just trying to point out.
And
different ways you could have done it that would have been better.
We've already been smoking after each other. I know they don't have it. I know that I don't have it. I have even stopped the social circle down there. Most times anymore, it's me, Jen, and Faith for a handful of maybe an hour or two, or whenever Jen gets tired of smoking, and then she goes back upstairs. And I thought of that. I thought of, okay, what do I have up here that I can grab and take back down there? But the point is, I'm thinking that you're still going to be paranoid and you're going to still make me think that, okay, I'm still down there with them. I'm not bringing them up here, but I've been in contact with them. I smoked with them. I smoked from the same pipe with them. So there's a good possibility that I could still have it, but I don't see that that's the case.
The average is about 5 to 10 days.
Anybody that's ever been down there. That gives me reason to believe that anybody's
and it's been less than a day since you were down there with them, with Will J. No one else has been displaying the symptoms here in the building or saying they think they have it. Will did both last night. His dry cough, that's a sign of it. He's complaining of a headache, that's a sign of it.
Well,
He's complaining about being tired, that's a sign of it. I still think 9 times out of 10, it was bullshit paranoia, drama queen shit with him. But there's still that 10% chance that it wasn't. And this stuff's serious enough to go by that 10% chance instead of the 90%.
you can talk to
That's
me.
what I'm trying to get across to you, dear.
And again,
I mean, the police are arresting people. The guy who spit on the bus driver here in town, he didn't actually have it. He just said he did and then spit on the bus driver. He's arrested. He's being charged with a terrorist act, getting for aggravated assault. That's how serious this is, dear.
and because I keep failing at doing things the way you consider, and everybody, the world as a whole, being more cautious, coming up here and getting the food and taking it back down there, I don't see how it's any different or it's going to lessen the chance of me getting it because I've already had contact with them. So if I come up here to get the stuff and take it down.
See, that was the whole point I said earlier. When they called and ended up just showing up here, you basically should have told them, we hang out here outside, keep distance. If they wanted to smoke, you've got more than one pipe. You could have filled one for them and let them use it. And you use yours.
We can't even get a conversation out in the other or talking over the other. So why should I even say anything? You can talk to me calmly all day long. When you came down there last night and you were talking to me calmly, what I reference when I say yelling at me is as calmly you were talking to me, it was like you were coming up and slapping me or punching me in the face with every single word that came out of your mouth because you keep doing it. I keep fucking up. I keep being irresponsible or not cautious enough or whatever. And it just ends up right back here. If you're not bringing it up, somebody else is bringing it up. And so I was like, okay, maybe it's better if I just sit down there by myself and just don't interact with anybody and just wear a mask the whole time and just come up here when I'm finally tired enough to go to sleep. Your words hit as hard as a fist, and you keep doing it, and you keep saying you keep doing it because I keep doing it. I keep screwing up. I'm not living up to your expectations. I'm not doing what you think I should do. That is considerable caution enough to.
No, you're not living up to being a fucking human who cares about others. There, I put it more bluntly of the way it looks to everyone else.
Great.
You're
So
being
now
a
I'm not human.
Naomi.
Great. More slaps, more punches. I'm being a Naomi now.
Well, that's the way Naomi acts. She don't care about anyone else except herself.
I did what I thought was reasonable, and it's not according to you. So
Well,
no matter.
That's the reason why. That's the reason why I keep bringing it up, dear.
It's not.
Don't do that shit. You won't forget it. Forget it. I'll find some place to stay until this shit's over. Only going to be a homeless shelter because I can't afford to pay the bills here and pay for someplace else.
hell? Where did I put my glasses? Where'd they go? This thing's freezing up again. Get off my screen, you stupid thing. This thing's really slow. Great, it's frozen again. fuck is this stupid fucking thing doing? Sorry, this thing's still it's fucking freezing up on me. Um, Grace, honey, if you're still there, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and end this live stream and just go downstairs and cry for a while. Because there's nothing up here for me. Except more punches and slaps in the face with his words, because in his opinion, I'm not taking this corona thing seriously enough. I'm purposely trying to get myself infected so I can give it to him. Like I would do that to somebody. Thanks for staying with me as long as you did, Grace. And maybe I'll just call you when I get downstairs. It's just having too many issues on this live stream. I just don't want to be here. I'm just going to go downstairs and cry because that's all I have left.